So I have an amazing movement session planned for us today. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do about 5 different things. We're going to do a little bit of a check-in, a little bit of kind of see how the body's feeling this morning, get everything ready for movement. Then we're going to warm up. We're going to start to warm those tissues up with some rolling and some rocking and some good stuff there. Then we're going to go into some functional strength, which will include falls, um, sprawls, and jumps. And then we'll move into some balance and some control movements from there. And then we'll end with some stretch. Okay? I hope that sounds good to you. It sounds good to me in theory, so we'll just have to see how it goes. All right. So let's go ahead and start on the ground. And as you frequently hear me say, let's get this show on the road. All right. So let's go ahead and lay on our backs. Get into a nice, comfortable position. And once you lay down, I want to ask that you turn your attention inside your body and just be aware of the different sensations that you feel with your body laying on the ground. Notice where your body feels the most connection with the ground. And then see if you can play around with making connection with other parts of the body. So for example, me, when I first lay down, I feel my bones in the back here, my SI joints, pressing into the ground. It's the first thing I feel. So from there, I'm going to try to rock my hips from side to side and just see if I can make the connection between my glutes and the tissues to the side of where I was feeling it. Bringing some attention into those tissues. Then I'm going to bring my attention into my legs and feel my legs touching and connecting with the ground. From here, I'm going to take my attention into my shoulders, feel the shoulders making contact with the ground. Okay, so let's go ahead and place our hands on our abdomen. We're going to do some gentle clockwise circles. And I want to invite you to just assess what's going on in this region of your body. How does it feel in your abdomen this morning or whenever you might be doing this? You can walk your fingers around very, very gently, just feeling all the tissues in your abdomen, pressing, bringing some attention. Inhale, exhale. As you exhale this morning, make sure that your breaths are elongated. Make sure that you use your breath as a way to focus your attention and also as a way to relax yourself and to engage what Kellen Mylad refers to as relaxed strength. So we're relaxed and strong all at the same time, which helps to build and cultivate efficiency with our movements. Okay, just like before, let's go ahead and we're going to press one heel into the ground onto our side so we can massage into the back. Let me do the opposite side so you can see this. So you're just massaging into the back, sides and front all at the same time. Inhale, exhale. Okay, let's switch legs. So now you're going to bend the other foot, or bend the other foot, bend the other knee, push the foot into the ground, specifically the heel, and massage into the other side. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, exhale. As you exhale, exhale nice and slow. Okay, one more time the other side. Just getting some nice massage into the back. You know, the front side's easy to touch, so we really want to get into the habit of massaging into the places that are not so easy to touch. So like my backside here, I can even use the backside of my hand to massage up into the middle part of my back. Use my thumbs, my finger pads, touch my spine, touch over the floating ribs, which is right about where the kidneys are. And then let's switch sides one last time. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow. Inhale, exhale. Okay, guys, let's lay on our back. Inhale, exhale. 2 nice breath cycles on your own, just allowing yourself to relax as much as possible, surrendering unnecessary tension. Feeling your body absorbing the energy of the breath, releasing tension as you exhale. Okay, so let's get into our first movement, which is going to be some rolling, and we're going to specifically focus on massaging our body into the ground. So we're going to take our arms above our head. You're going to bend one knee, foot flat on the ground, and roll onto your side, and then all the way onto your stomach. Now, as you do that, feel the ground massage the different parts that it touches. Okay? From here, bend the knee, reach the leg over, find the ground with your foot, and roll back onto your backside. Switch sides. So we're bending the knee, straightening the other leg, pressing through the heel, rolling slowly from the side to the front. Perhaps add a little bit of rocking from side to side. And then when you're ready, squeeze the glutes, bend the knee, reach the leg over, find the ground. Roll onto your back, switch sides. So nice and easy this morning, just starting nice and easy, getting some nice massage into the primary part of your body, which is your thorax. Rolling gently and easily. Nice and slow. Okay, from here, we're going to move into rocking. We know how to do our rocking. This is a movement that we find frequently manifesting in these movement sessions. So again, with both knees bent, flatten your low back into the ground. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Bring your chin towards your chest. Bring the feet up off the ground. From here, you're going to use momentum forward and back just to do some nice gentle rocking forward and back. I want you to feel the ground massaging your spinal muscles, your rectus spinae. If you want to add to this one, you can straighten out the legs one at a time. This is a great abdominal exercise. Just play around with different positions of the legs as you rock. Perhaps you want to rock onto the side, the other side. Perhaps you want to move around a little bit in your room. Just getting some nice rocking going. You want to slow it down a little bit. You want to add a little bit of arm connection into the ground. Feel free. It's a beautiful abdominal exercise. If you need a break, hop up to a seated position. Add a reach. 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 And then get right back to it. Tuck yourself tight into a ball. See how that feels? Then maybe get a little bit bigger with your rocking. Arms and legs out, are stretched out, straightened out. See if you can make these movements nice and smooth. All right, side sit position. So that's one leg bent in front, one leg bent in the back. So let's go ahead and warm and mobilize these hips. So you're going to post your arms behind, swivel those knees side to side. Swivel, swivel. If you've already dialed in this movement, you want to get to the next level or take it somewhere else, go ahead and take those arms out of the equation or off the ground, and then just swivel with the legs by themselves. Inhale, exhale. Nice and strong. If you want to add to this one, you can always change up how you get from side to side. There's always a million different ways that we can do any one of these movements. So as soon as you get the baseline movement down, feel free to improvise and to add to this movement. So this is a side bend sit transition. So as long as you're going from side sit with one leg forward to side sit with the other leg forward, we're good to go. We could do some spins from side to side. Feel how the abdominal muscles are working through that movement. Make sure to get into that long spine position. Nice upright position. Nice and strong the whole time. 10 seconds left. We're going to move right back into our rolling. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay down onto our side. From our side, with our arms stretched over our head, we're just going to roll forward and back. And as you roll, please pay attention to the sensations of the ground pressing into all the tissues in your ribs, in the leg, in the arm, all the different areas. Okay? So just spending about 10 or 15 seconds on one side, and then we're going to switch with control. Just rolling forward and back, side to side. I don't know what direction is right with this one, but the idea is to massage the body into the ground. As long as you're doing that, we're good. Okay, we can come onto our abdomen and we can rock our body from side to side. We can retract our scapula, taking our arms up off the ground and just rock from side to side, or roll rather from side to side. Maybe take one arm and bring yourself all the way to your back side, and then returning all the way to your front. Inhale, exhale, especially during those times where you find yourself holding your breath. So again, this movement is for massaging the body into the ground. That's your goal. Whatever it looks like is totally fine as long as you are not doing any harm to your body and you're paying attention to the idea of massaging your body into the ground. Okay, so right back into our rocking. So this time we're going to add the rock up. So we're rocking forward and back, maybe about 5 times or so. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come up to that upright seated position and add your reach. So rocking, sit up, reach. Okay? We can do that with different positions of the legs. So remember, you can bend one leg, straighten the other. You can do it into a figure 4 position. You can even take yourself up into a side sit position. See how many different ways you can tweak this rocking movement. You want to pause in any one of the positions, feel free. And then get right back into that rocking action. That's the movement we're practicing, is rocking. Rocking. Exploring sensations as we move. Rocking. Exploring sensations as we move. And making sure to add those movements that you don't normally do throughout your daily life, right? So if you're always looking at the computer, down, or looking on your device, or reading a book, down, this is the time to practice looking up. Okay, right back up into our side sit position. So this time we're going to add a little bit. So we're going to add the hip hinge, followed by the hip press. And then lower yourself right back down. Swivel those knees to the other side. Hip hinge, hip press. Switch sides. Really slow down the movement. See if you can feel what's happening in the body. Focus on quality of movement over quantity. Feeling those sensations, giving thanks for the aspects of your body that you can feel that feel good. And also giving thanks for the parts of your body that don't feel good. Because remember, when you feel pain or discomfort, that's two reasons to give thanks. Number one, your body's wired to let you know when something needs a little bit of help or a little bit of support, a little bit of nurturing, a little bit of attention. Number two, as you feel that pain or discomfort, your body simultaneously is healing. So the discomfort is a reminder that your body is simultaneously always moving towards health, always moving towards health. So we use our information or the information that we receive to help support our body in what it's already doing. So we got a nice hip swivel, hip press, and we're ready for our final set of rolling. So for this set of rolling, what we're going to do is we're going to end or start with our end position. This is such a good, important movement for developing functional tone in the core. So we're going to roll onto our sides, roll onto our stomachs, roll onto your other side, and then crunch, bringing the knees to the elbows. So extend the arms and legs, crunch it up. Get those arms and legs moving in opposite directions, nice and slow and controlled. Remember, focusing on the quality of the movement. You know, if you were in the Olympics, how would you score? One way of looking at it. More importantly, how do you score as it pertains to how well you connect your mind and body? And if you're able to assess your body, connect with your body, and respond accordingly, get a good score. Nice and slow. Make sure you're breathing throughout. Nice and strong the whole time. Whew. Okay, guys, moving right into our rocking. This time we're adding a get up. So we're going to use the momentum of our arms and legs to get us to an upright position. So you can do it many different ways. I can come up to both feet and stand up. I can put one leg straight and one leg bent. Stand up. I can also go into my figure 4 and get up. So whichever variation works best for you, get it. Always ready, always exploring the sensations when you go from that ground position to standing. This is oftentimes where some people get dizzy. I like to use a stone sometimes just to add a little bit of a load, just to add an element of play, I guess you could say. See how much control you can manifest in your body. Nice and smooth. Breathing throughout. Nice. I'm telling you, today I'm going to be so sweaty. It's so hot in here. It's going to be awesome. Purge the body. Okay. Enough of all that. Let's get right into our side bend sit, hip swivel, one last set. And again, this time we're going to add, so we're going to add a get up. So we have the side sit, hip hinge, hip press, and then get up. Okay? From there, when you're lowering yourself down, this is a really important part because you're using your leg muscles to lower you down. Now, if that's hard, uncomfortable, or not reasonable for you at this time, that's okay. Use your hands to whatever degree you need to make the movement work for you. But make sure to control the movement the whole time. No matter which movement you're doing, make sure that you're slowing down, bringing some mindfulness throughout the body as you move. And again, always returning to that ready position. So we got the hip hinge, hip press, get up. Mix it up. See how many different ways you can come up with to make this movement happen. All it is, side sit, hip hinge, hip press, get up. How many different ways can I get up? I don't know. You tell me. How many ways can you get up? Nice and easy. Okay, guys, now we're going to get into some functional strength. So we're going to start with some break falls, sprawls, and then we're going to do some jumps. Okay, so the break falls could be done from a squat position. So from this squat position here, I can roll back, gently slap my hands on the ground. That's option number one. And rock right back up to my kneeling position. Option number two is I can come from a low squat position. I should say a high squat position, right? So you're lowering yourself down slowly and then coming into your gentle slap. Or we can come from standing. It's all the same. It's just all about how you use your body to distribute the impact of the fall. So as you go down, you're rounding through the back, making sure, for me, I even like to add this hand to kind of protect my head as I'm coming backwards, and then I come right back up. Come down, right back up. Straight back, right back up. Okay, how many different ways can we get it? About another 15 seconds. Come on, guys. This session's going to be as good as you make it. Okay. So from break falls, now we go to sprawls. Sprawls have a lot of different options too. So first option, from the knees. So from the knees, I can find my hands on the ground and lower myself down towards the ground. Now, once I get here, if you want, take the hands up off the ground for a second, then press yourself right back up, and then come into it again. So that's option number one. Option number two, come from a low crouched position. Get your hands out, come down. Option number three, come from a standing position and lower yourself down that way. Whichever way works best for you. So in life, in the unlikely event that you fall, you want to get into the habit of getting your face off to the side and catching yourself. You can even focus on getting your legs into that figure 4 position and see how that works for you. Maybe today you're trying to burn it up. Well, get those feet right back under you, get yourself upright, loose, ready to go. Bam! Come down, come right back up. Shake it out, nice and loose. Bam! Pop up. You want to turn it down a little bit. Maybe lower yourself slowly. Okay? Make sure that you're breathing the whole time. Okay, so next, we're going to do some jumps. So, standing up, feet shoulder width apart. We're going to start by just bouncing on the balls of the feet. From here, when you're ready, you're going to sit your hips back and come into a squat with your arms coming forward. Let's try that a couple times. So we're bouncing on the balls of our feet. Boom. Catching ourselves by bringing the arms forward, sitting the glutes back. Now, if you want to, you can already start to add a little bit of height on that bounce. So I can come up, boom, sitting right back. Boom. I want you to focus on the position of your joints and of your bones. Your spine is long and neutral the whole time. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you can always jump. So you can jump with both feet, and you can also jump with one foot. Choice is yours. So you're staying nice and loose, relaxed. Jump, catch yourself, bounce it out, shake it out. If you did a couple of those that felt a little bit sketchy, a little bit too much, dial it down. Just go into your straight up bounce, catch, bounce, catch. Okay, so what's catching you primarily is that those posterior hips muscles right here, those glutes. So that's what we want to be working. Okay, guys, right back into our sprawls. So remember, make sure that you're getting out of this workout what you need to get out of it. Even if I have a day where I want to turn it up and see what I can do, I can use slower movements very productively as well. Slow movements are safer for the body typically than quicker movements because you can really pay attention to the sensations manifesting in the body as you go. Light and relaxed. Staggering the arm position. Maybe one arm's forward, one arm's back. Perhaps bring your ear to the ground and just get up and get ready for that next thing. Walk it out. Right back down. Up and ready to go. Down. Up and ready to go. Nice and loose. Now, a lot of people focus on the arms with sprawls, which is good. And it's also an option to focus on the lower body too. So controlling the descent. And not just in this position, but also my legs are working as I'm lowering myself through this push-up position as well. The whole body's online. Okay, so right into our break falls. Actually, I did that a little bit backwards, but that's okay. So break falls is next. So again, you have options. You can come from a low position. You can come from a high position. See how much variety you can add to your own flow today. How much you can celebrate the sensations in your body and make this work for you. Inhale, exhale. Remember, focus on that relaxed strength aspect. Nice and smooth. Whatever you like. Perhaps you want to try pressing into the backside of your hand as you come to standing. Hey, whatever you like. So this practice is all about giving your body the nutrition that it needs. Okay, on our next set of jumps, we're going to add a little bit to it. So check this out. Come to standing, please. So from standing, I'm going to bounce, I'm going to jump, I'm going to rock, and I'm going to come right back up. Okay? So again, I'm bouncing on the balls of my feet, jump, rock, come up. Stay nice and light on the feet, nice and relaxed. Just threw an extra one in there. Jump, catch yourself, rock, come right back up. You want to practice jumping any way you like. So whatever way you want to do it, it's up to you. Single leg, single leg, rock. Nice and easy. 10 seconds left. Come on, guys, get it. Woo. All right, guys. Last set of, I guess we'll just do our sprawls again to keep it somewhat normal. Last set of sprawls. Okay. So if at this stage of the game, you're nice and winded and you feel like you want to kind of control that breathing, then do that. Do the movements, but start to dial in your attention on slowing down that breath. If you want to stay active and dial in that breath at the same time, that's ideal. Staying nice and buoyant, nice and relaxed while you go. Relax, relax, relax. Bam. Separate those legs far. Nice and strong every time. Come on, guys. 5 more seconds. Woo! Okay, guys, right back into our break falls. So again, go with the option that works for you. Focus on that relaxed strength. See if you can control that breathing, staying strong or relaxed all at the same time. Nice and soft and smooth in the body, like a ninja. Breaking up the joint over here. Oops. Hope you guys are still there. Okay. See how many different ways you can break this one up. Break fall. Side. Break fall. Back. Break fall. Other side. If while you guys are doing these motions, you're hearing a lot of snapping and popping, change up what you're doing or how you're doing it. Perhaps change the speed. Slow it down. Break down the movement into different micro aspects so that it's a little bit more of a slow, mindful process. Okay? All right, guys, last set of jumps. Let's get it. So again, a lot of options here. You have both legs together. You have one leg by itself. You have one leg coming behind. So many options. Put something in your room, something to jump over. Obviously, that's not very big, but perhaps I jump with my object. Notice how that changes it. Add something to it if you like. Nice and smooth. Just remember, if you're snapping, popping, change up how you're doing it. Okay? All of these movements are adaptable. They can meet you wherever you are. You don't have to do exactly what things I recommend, but make sure that you're using the idea, which in this case is jumping or hopping, and refine your ability to do that. Simple movement. And when you got that one dialed down, improvise. Add whatever you like to make it yours. Okay, guys. From this standing position, we're going to move into our next movement series, and we're going to start with some single leg squat variations. So standing upright, feet shoulder width apart. Put your attention into your right or left leg. From there, we're going to bring the free leg into different positions. So this is my free leg, and this is the leg I'm focusing on. I can step forward, I can step here, but the main emphasis is always leave a majority of your weight in your stabilizing leg. And then just push off and press up into different positions. So I'm starting with a focus on my left leg. I'm stepping in a lot of different directions, but my emphasis is on my left leg. Now I'm going to switch sides, take it into my right. So now this becomes my dominant weight-bearing leg. And I can explore these sensations nice and slow. I can take my hands out of it completely. And just see how many different positions you can get that hip into with control. And switch sides. Okay, and then switch sides one more time. Just playing around with different heights. So you're really feeling sensation of support of that one leg. Okay, so from here, let's come down onto our hands and knees, and we're going to do some foot hand or knee hand crawl variations. So to start, let's just find ourselves into a good position first. We're going to spin the arm bones so that the pit of the elbow is facing forward. From here, we're going to do a couple scapula push-ups where your elbows stay straight, but you're moving the scapula around the rib cage. Okay, now from here, let's go ahead and press into the ground. Keeping a neutral spine, we're going to lift the knees up off the ground and lift opposite arm, opposite foot. Nice and easy. If this is super easy for you, then go ahead and add the reach aspect. Reach with the arm and reach with the leg. If this is super easy still, then let's get right into our first transition, which is to take the leg under and move into an inverted crawl position. Okay, and then you follow that same path, coming right back into your knee hand or foot hand crawl. Switch sides. Nice and controlled. Looking up and around as much as possible, but without straining your neck. Transitioning from your hand, knee hand, or foot hand crawl into your inverted crawl. Okay, guys, the third set, or the third exercise is going to be on our belly. So let's lay on our stomachs, please. So we're going to do a little bit of surfboard paddling. So what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze through the glutes. You're going to point through the toes, and lifting your torso off the ground, you're going to imagine that you're on a surfboard paddling. So we're just paddling, right hand, left hand, reaching in opposite directions as far as you can go. This is a great movement to offset the effects, negative effects of sitting a lot. Inhale, exhale. If you need a break, feel free to lay those forearms down, take a couple sips of air, boom, get right back to it. You want to do a little breaststroke action? Feel free. Okay, guys. 20 more seconds. Getting our nice surfboard paddle on. You see on this backstroke, this is like a good tricep activator. At least that's where I feel it. I don't know where you guys are feeling it. Okay, guys. Hands down by the rib cage. Draw the belly button towards the spine. Press yourself up. Right back up to standing, please. Single leg squat variations. So this time we're going to get a little bit deeper into that squat. So you can lower one knee down to the ground if you like, or just the ball of your foot. And we're focusing on coming all the way down as far as we can, and then pressing ourselves to an upright position. When you feel pretty comfortable with this particular movement, switch sides. Okay, so the other leg is the dominant leg. Trying to put as much emphasis on that posterior hip as you can. Nice and strong the whole time. Feeling yourself lowered to the ground or towards the ground with control. And then coming right back up. Switch sides. Slowly lower yourself down. Perhaps change the position of your leg. You know, we always like to focus on form, which is very important. Alignment, very important. However, life typically takes us outside of alignment into positions where we need to train in order to be prepared. So all these movements that you guys are doing are taking you through various ranges of motion so that you can be more prepared for the outside the box, outside of alignment aspect of life. Okay guys, right back into our knee hand crawl to inverted crawl transition. So again, get yourself into position, and as soon as you're ready, go ahead and start to transition yourself from inverted to knee hand crawl or foot hand crawl, whichever variation works for you. Try crawling around in your environment. Try changing the speed of which you're taking. Perhaps back yourself into a deep squat. Walk your hands out. So remember, once you've got this baseline movement of foot hand to inverted crawl, then go ahead and change it up a little bit. Perhaps you want to start to take yourself into other patterns that we've used over the years. As long as you're taking yourself from a prone to a supine position, we're good. Start to make it creative and playful, however you like. 15 seconds left, guys. Okay, guys, right back down onto our stomachs. So this time, instead of just paddling like a surfer, we're going to add a little bit to this one. And we're going to take the hands and arms out to the side and do some arm circles. So, squeeze through the glutes. Press through the crown of the head. Take the arms out to the side, thumbs facing the ceiling. We're going to add some gentle arm circles. I want you to try to focus on keeping the muscles in the neck as soft as you can. So even though we're in this extended position, you don't want to use the muscles that we tend to use, which are the muscles of the upper neck. So if this is what's happening to you, no problem. Just take a few moments to pause, relax, and then when you're relaxed, come right back into it. So we got our arms out to the side, doing some nice gentle circles, forward, circles back. You can change the position of your arm. Notice what happens as you do that. And whenever you need that break, go ahead and feel free to take it. So arms are out to the side. You really want to focus on bringing those shoulder blades back. Not just the arm bone, but the shoulder blade itself. So squeezing those muscles in between the spine. If you're not sure what that looks like, press your finger pads into the ground and bring your scapula together on your back. That's the sensation. You want to have your shoulder blades there. Take your arms out of it. Now get into your circles. Okay? All right, guys. Let's go right back to our standing position, please. So again, draw your belly button towards your spine, squeeze your heels together, press yourself up, get yourself to that upright position, and let's get right back into our single leg squat variation. So this time we're going to add a little hop. So I'm going to hop up to the side, and I'm going to step behind. This version of single leg squat does a great job of strengthening the external rotators of the hip and the posterior hip muscles in general. So perhaps you start with some smaller hops, and then when you're ready, add a little bit in there. Step behind, bring it back. You want to step low, feel free. Want to get even lower, feel freer. Feel free no matter what you do. As long as you are loving and nurturing yourself through movement, through challenging yourself to see what you're capable of, is good. Slow down that movement so you can accentuate what you feel happening in the different parts of the body. Anytime you want to modify what you're doing, feel free. You guys already know what I'm going to say. Feel free. Okay, guys. Knee hand crawl or foot hand crawl. Transitions. Let's get it. So you can do your crawling and get your transition. When you're in that inverted crawl, make sure that your shoulders are down and drawn back. So you're opening up through the front of your chest. The stability and control of the shoulder is very important with this particular movement. So perhaps I want to take the pressure off my arms a little bit. Then I'm going to bring my hands closer to my feet. And this can also just add a different direction of pressure into the shoulder. Yet another form of movement nutrition. Nice and slow and controlled the whole time. Make it however you like, guys. However you like. All right, guys. Last time down on our stomachs. Let's get it. So this time you got options. You can either do your stroking, your paddling, or your circles, or any other variation that you like to try. The key with this movement is extension through the spine. So make sure that whatever variation you're using, that you have some extension of the spine. And remember, the more you can add your imagination, let's say I have to pick something up, like this stone, and I'm doing it from this prone position. So what I need to make sure I do is that I have something in my environment to make my movement more functional. So put that there. Over here, I gotta stay low, but I want to get that over there. Let's stay low, but get that over there. No, I think I need it over here. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going here. You guys get the point. If you don't have something in your environment, it doesn't have to be a stone, it can be a pillow. Move that there. Move that here. Move it here. Move it here. Okay? Woo! All right, guys. enough of all that. Let's go ahead and get into a little bit of a cool down. So we're going to start with our couch stretch. So if you have some pillows, I would encourage you to use those. And what we're going to do, find ourselves in good position first. And once we're in position, my head is like soaked. Once we're in good position, what you're going to do is you're going to add some micro movements. So check in with your body first, make sure that your feet are grounded, grabbing the ground with either the flat side or any aspect of the bottom of my foot, or for my back leg, it's the toes. And then I'm just going to gently add some mobilizations here. Now, as I breathe, I want to breathe into those lower ribs, expanding the lower ribs, front, sides, and back. You want to add a little bit to this, reach over the head. Whatever other variation you want to add is totally cool. You want to get into a different position, feel free, explore your world. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So again, find yourself in position first from the ground up. Grab the ground with the toes. Get nice and long through the spine. And when you're ready, start to mobilize through that back hip. Bring yourself back, forward, maybe out to the side a little bit. Bring your body weight forward. Bring the knee in. Bring the knee out. Remember, all these movements need to be safe and controlled. Okay? Let's go ahead and switch one more time. Nice and strong. Breathing nice and deep and expansively. Slowing down the breath as you go. Feeling strong. Thinking of yourself as strong, powerful, and healing. The body's always healing. So just imagine this body that's vibrant and constantly moving towards health. That's who you are. Switch sides one more time. Nice and easy. Nice and slow. Slowing down that breathing. Adding whatever variations you want to add. Maybe getting the spine in there. Yeah, this looks ridiculous, but what it does for my body outweighs the ridiculousness of how it looks. I'm going to even try that on the other side because that felt really good. But this is just an example of how you can use improvisation. You want to make your body soft and smooth, and that will actually help it to look better than if you're always trying to hold tension to make your muscles look bigger. Spider-Man is the new look, not the Incredible Hulk. Okay, guys. Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and do some spinal extension. So you're going to be on your hands and knees, slowly, gently, easily lower your pelvis towards the ground. Now from this position, press through the crown of the head. Make sure that you distribute the sensations of extension evenly. Okay, so if I'm feeling this in one place more than another, I can rock my body from side to side. I can also back up out of the position and then come back into it, and notice how that changes what happens. Inhale, exhale, nice and easy, nice and smooth, nice and strong. Feel how your body works together to transition from that child's pose type position where you can add those little micro movements. Feeling strong through each one of the joints. Feeling strong through the lower body, the upper body, the mid body, and everything in between. Okay, guys. From here, if you want to lay down on your back, maybe get into about 5 minutes of just relaxed diaphragmatic breathing, feel free to do so. I want to honor everyone's time today. I really appreciate you guys coming to work out today. I hope you guys enjoyed that session. I mean, I'm soaking wet, which is probably an indication of how hard I was working, but also that it's hot in my room. But in any case, I hope you guys really enjoyed that session, and make sure that you give yourself plenty of time to relax, drink plenty of fluids today, keep your mind focused in a great place today. And every time you guys practice movement, make sure that you guys make some time or take some time to get into this idea of being nice and soft and fluid through the whole body without judgment. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for spending a little extra time with me today. Sometimes I like to get on these little soapbox rants regarding health, but I care so much about you guys, and I want to share all the benefits that I've enjoyed in this life through this type of a practice. So lots of love to you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.